Welcome back to the Soul Report. Let's get right into the news. On March 7th, 67-year-old Brad Sigmund was executed by firing squad in South Carolina, marking the first use of this method in the U.S. in 15 years. Sigmund had been convicted in 2002 for the brutal murders of David and Gladys Lark, the parents of his ex-girlfriend. After his ex ended their relationship, Sigmund violently beat the couple to death with a baseball bat in their South Carolina home. He was sentenced to death later that year. For his execution, Sigmund chose the firing squad over lethal injection or the electric chair, citing concerns about potential suffering with those methods. Despite appeals that highlighted his brain damage, mental illness, and childhood trauma, the execution proceeded as scheduled. 3 prison guards fired rifles from behind a wall, and Sigmund was pronounced dead within minutes. On March 6th, SpaceX's Starship exploded mid-flight during its 8th test launch from Boca Chica, Texas. While the Super Heavy booster successfully landed, the upper stage lost control, disintegrating over the Atlantic and scattering debris across the Caribbean. The FAA briefly grounded flights at major Florida airports due to safety concerns, as passengers on a commercial flight saw flaming debris. Astronaut Don Pettit even captured the explosion from the ISS. This marks Starship's second consecutive failure, and the FAA is now investigating before any future launches can take place. Luckily, the test flight was only carrying 4 simulated Starlink satellites. In early March, the dismembered bodies of 9 students were found in Puebla, Mexico. 4 women and 5 men, all aged 19 to 30, had been vacationing on Oaxaca's Pacific coast. Last seen in late February, their remains were discovered in and around an abandoned vehicle along a highway, with a bag of severed hands nearby. Tortured, shot, and then dismembered, this chilling scene has sparked fears of cartel involvement. Authorities across Puebla, Tlaxcala, and Oaxaca are working together, but no leads have been confirmed yet. On March 10th, a collision in the North Sea off the East Yorkshire coast left 2 ships in flames. The Stena Immaculate, anchored and carrying jet fuel for a short-term U.S. Navy charter, was struck by the Solong, which was traveling at 16 knots. The impact caused fires on both vessels, leading to the immediate evacuation of all 38 crew members. Thankfully, everyone was rescued, though 1 person was hospitalized. Emergency response teams, including Coast Guard helicopters, lifeboats, and firefighting vessels, quickly arrived at the scene. Environmental concerns have been raised over the potential jet fuel spill, which could threaten nearby wildlife reserves. The Marine Accident Investigation Branch has launched an inquiry, with early reports suggesting human error and poor visibility as possible factors.